Hey everyone, down here and welcome back to Comic Studio. And where today we're gonna be scrolling down, but I just saw something pretty interesting and about for the Forgotten Song. As we scroll down, and it appears it got spoilers, like the major spoilers as well, as we're gonna be opening this out as well. We don't recommend it for the amazing digital circus as well, including Inanimate Insanity Comic Studio, that we already just check it out or already just check it out as well. And let's be prepared for to do this as well. And we might gonna be going for round here for this time for the very first time as well. So what about for looking all the way out for some kind of characters, and the ending was very insanely good as well. Because as you can see for some sort of a game as well, that I just seen here from the Nintendo Switch as well, it's probably that we just didn't see that even longer as well. So even that the first thing that for some sort of a guy singing that we just saw from the Forgotten Song, it's absolutely started from Wandersong, and probably that the animation was given made to Brittany Robinson. I mean Brittany Robinson as well. So let's just jump in to Wandersong Comic Studio, and it wasn't going to be pretty perfect for this time as well. Returning on the major spoilers on, we have a couple of more characters. This is absolutely started all the way from the mortal world. So we got the characters itself as we're gonna be started out. But the first thing is absolutely you're in the new comic studio as well. So you recommended check it out. These tutorials was actually this thing as well. This studio contains a lot of sprites made by itself. Feel free to use them whatever Wandersong projects that you have. Since everything is a walking spoiler, the spoiler tag will be used for bonus sprites and many things as well, the BGS, such as crops, jokes, and edits. I'm not really proud of anything as well. So let's just turning off as well in the spoilers. Wandersong postgame is owned by Greg Lobanov, and this is absolutely owned by Greg Lobanov. I mean Greg Lobanov. I mean Lobanov. Oh my gosh, this is actually going to be that I just feel a little bit stressful itself. But we're starting a character was I'm not very sure for familiar of this guy as well. So this is absolutely whenever that turns out for some kind of a little bit crazy jokes as well. This is ridiculous, a little bit of spoiler as well. But since this is actually for some sort of, and I really think this is absolutely the Forgotten Song as well. So let's check for the submitted sprites. And it's absolutely in the pure water as well. I think this is absolutely going to be damage her itself. But I'm not very sure. It wasn't going to be kind of damage itself for its one. So, and many more of those some sort of crazy moods for something as well. Or even this as well. So the next one is the witch. Like for probably it is, and summoning for some kind of a little bit for this one, so we didn't recommend it for around here as well. Is she flies with a broomstick for this one. I really think this is absolutely for probably a little bit of real for this thing as well. So the next character is going to be for a Rudy. Yep, a jury. The Audrey, yep, that's Audrey as well. That we probably that didn't show things as well. I might not very sure. This is a goofy Pacific bard who loves to sing and dance, and they go all the way pronounces as well. But a grumpy interval with who's asking for the Kiwi's best friend, and this is actually Audrey. And what is this? A mysterious wanderer who knows everything about the dance. And yep, it's absolutely for an immigrant. And many more characters such as the mayor, Clyde, Bronson, and Woody, Marley, Francine, Ruby, and I'm not very sure that wasn't gonna be familiar around of those characters. And that must be for some sort of grandma as well. Miriam's kind lovable grandma like this thing as well, and more characters such as Manny. What is this? But we don't know about for this some kind of a little bit for as well. We got Viola, Alice, Lena, Trolls. That's some kind of a little bit thing or something. So it was a captain or something for some sort of a manager like this as well, or it's holding a coffee or something. It was the captain itself, and more things from the pirates such as Peggy, Penny, Francisco, and what about this? Calliope, Ricky, and Pedram. Ira, and what the hell is this? Some kind of strange citizens or something? Another one is Winston, Queen, Elmer, Franny, T, Pill, Epias, Vivian, Sandra, Layla, Fernando, Matilda, Eduardo, birds, invertebrates, like those things, invertebrates as well, reptiles and amphibians, rodents, and Quinn. In the spirit world, we got many more of those characters such as Ayla, and what about the Queen as well? For some sort of animals as well. So I bet that theirs was. The ghost things are the ghosts. Ash's mom, Halal, and some kind of monster form during the world's ends. It seems to be have come down as well. Some terrifying bats, some kind of monsters like these, and another one is some kind of birds. And some kinds of guards as well, holding a wrench, and now protects the King of the Winds, and now protects of the King of the Winds as well. So what about for this thing? Is it absolutely turning to some kind of monster as well? This is actually for one thing as well, that is save this person as well. So I'm not being able to be sure as well. So we got anything around of those things as well. We got for some sort of cruise as well. Even for some kind of these things. Some candy shops. And many more things as well. Tables. And some kind of lamps as well. Chandeliers. Some kind of drawings, Crazy Raven, one thing as well. And the street lamps, some bushes, spikes, trees, and webs that we have possibly added for some kind of a little bit of these. And we got, for many more of those, some kind of things as well. The effects could be actually pretty wild as well. And for some kind of like those things as well, for even for some kind of comic effects was even a little bit interesting as well. And finally, the background images was actually for this thing, except the spirit world that we got absolutely for some kind of weapon, and many more of those things, lamps, energy machines, resources, the sawmills. Something as well, making things a little bit even worse as well. Black holes, and finally some sort of spirit worlds. And what is this? I'm not very sure. Multiple of them aren't being exist anymore, but looks like this is absolutely going to be for inside of the spirit world. Let's start right over here in the mortal world, and then add for something like it's well. But I cannot believe this isn't going to be showing up for some kinds of those things as well. And I guess I'm gonna be making things a little bit started. And I guess this won't be going to be taking for a lot of minutes until it's going to be took for around over an hour. So I just did. After for a lot of couple of minutes around here for to do so, let's see that we absolutely having for some sort of 6 slabs before we're gonna be end of this video. But hopefully that I might not be able to be sure that this thing as well, because we added some kind of automobiles as well. At least we have a Mercedes R63 sports wagon beyond here as well, and behind there must be Vanos, who came out of Kiwi's house, but there must be Mr. Heffley, who might going to be driving it instead of this thing as well. And there must be for the OC thing from the Powerpuff Girls, like the fandom OCs like this. And there must be a Cowboy from Equestria Girls, and there must be Megan Williams, and probably there must be a Chevrolet Silverado 2500 or 3500 as well, for such as like this as well. We got Rodney and Wreck-It Ralph, and it's being on top of the Chevy Silverado as well. At the market as well, we got Traffic and some of those taxis from Total Drama Island. Raspberry Mousse Cookie and Raspberry Cookie being chased by Charlotte are the chariot horses, and for some sort of hunters are going to be taking down for them as well, from the royals as well, because that royalism wasn't going to be for the part of its history like them as well, and because of some sort of things have just started a war or something, or some kind of war like those things as well. And I'm probably that we're not very sure that I might get to be added for some kind of those in the future, but that was for some sort of except days as well. But I might gotta be trying to do this as well. Instead of adding one of those characters from the Wandersong or the Wandersong like those things, this is her observatory. The car has parked up around here from somewhere as well, including the Chrysler 200C for something as well. Imagine this. This is absolutely for a 4-door coupe, and I wonder that parks around over here as well. And finally, that is wrap up for today's video that we probably speaking to do this as well. So I will never be able to be asking for itself that we save for some drafts, like I couldn't be able to be for something that we just overstarted as well, that we probably to do this as well. So thankfully that is absolutely going to cause for a major spoilers around here, but don't worry mini lads, for just a while to be fine as anyways as well. So if you like to check out of this comic studio, the link is going to be in the description below, and the main website is also linked in the description around here as well. Thanks for watching, for all your support, but this is gonna be for only 7-year-olds to view this around of this comic studio, and I'll talk to you mini lads back to reviewing with some comics I guess, and I'll be signing off as well.